So yeah, as usual, on the recap we start करेंगे. Screen the car assistant.
The car is
Okay. So illa or class 5. I mean, introduction. One second. So introduction to Python, low level, high level, and then basic data types like string, arrays, integers, floats, boolean, and normal syntaxes, mostly prints to see the outputs, and for loops, if conditions, uh, while loops, uh, the conditional operators, operator overloading, we know plus multiplication, இல்ல மாமா வைக்கணும் text multiply கரக்கோமா அந்த மாதிரி சரியா. Then next we can know booleans we can know expand carry and go detail can say, and then last class we can know uh, strings mostly we can angun built-in functions. Built-in functions we started with ranges. Like next internal conjugate built-in functions, length of the string, access karataga we can uh, string we can substring karata. So index to be substring karata, length functions, uppercase karata, lowercase karata, split karata. So tell methods as ki say. Again, extra we can know both list and strings the start stop step we can say. Start is always inclusive, stop is always exclusive. Index manatolo, it will always start from 0. And list kona methods if you want a sub list, the slice carry list, and list mangurava methods. Append manati, it will attach the element in the last. So we can remove manati, it will remove the first element. And list operations, so many, if you give plus manati, it will add the elements in the last as like whatever elements there Askithenga add again. And other string functions, you know, we are split choker C layer, and then modify karatolo. Index we insert karatolo. Okay, insert method with index. I mean, on the index insert can on particular index insert can I think insert by index many say. So it will insert an element at the particular element. Otherwise, pop, remove, append ways to access the list. Last here we can say. Then functions manakaya will say. So functions we will see in detail today with a few more items. But yes, functions manati, it's a block of code where uh, it performs certain tasks, and we are using that to improve readability, reusability, maintenance, and all those things. Functions use for you. Functions mostly, I mean, on the parameter to be function, just a function say. What it will do is it will so from the function just call carry, right? So illa maamusiya we can say on the 2 or 3 lines a block of code kararasi mati. We can same function see. Ami reuse keldaria. So one day function peri repeat hoi. How many times you call it? Similarly for addition as well. Okay. So egalanta we can last week's area. So egalanta kaiti questions or previous chala classes unte kaiti queries say yeah. Okay. So ata we can do, let's say uh, we are defining a function called greet and illa function we can I mean, two arguments at the two parameters at the parameters manati the variables for the function which is dynamic. The variable manati I mean declare carry that y declare carry on the function dhadati tella we can it will give us the uh, results. Tella function kai operation karadeki uh, okay tella specific task karadeki tella task dhano avanga we can return our function we can return kare or at mostly we print is karadia so tella function we can respond kare. Okay. So what if you want to uh, default particular parameter? So okay me we can on the function define karadia ana want argument we can optional moga wikinu tenen konni moga inputum konni aurhana jeti moga mi default kan on value do so many manatolo then kai kananu say default value kan illa didam so the function declare karatolo see the default value illa didiya many manati tunga we can tell a value if that value is not defined this value will be taken. Tell kai hoy mati atadu mil execute carry ಸಾಕವಳು so ಇಲ್ಲಮ ಆಲಿಸ್ ಮಿನರಿಯ ಮಟ್ಟಮು ದೀರಿಯ but ಇಲ್ಲ greeting equal to hello mini menriya halti hello alice mini outriya കാരണം we are printing greeting first print ಕರಡಿಯ name next print ಕರಡಿಯ greeting ಅದಕ್ಕೆ hello mini ದೀರಿಯ so illes I mean for example greet greeting many ದೀರಾಸಿ ಅதாவது ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಮಿನಿ ದೀರಾ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಮಿನಿ ದೀರಾ ಸುಂಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಯ್ ಬಾಬ್ ಮಿನಿ ಒಡೆ ಸೊ ತುಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಾತೋಳು ತುಂಗ ವಿಕಿನು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ದೀರಿಯ ಹಲ್ತಿ ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹೆಲೋ ಕಲ್ಡರಿಯ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿಕಿನ್ ತುಂಬಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಮಿನಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಕರಡಿಯ ಹಲ್ತಿ ತುಂಗ ವಿಕಿನು ಹಾಯ್ ಬಾಬ್ ಮಿನಿ ಅವರಿಯ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಲೋ ಬಾಬ್ तो तुम्ही हाय देना जयती यस तुमगा विकिनु इल्ला मैंने हेलो बॉब बनिया भाई तुम्ही डिफाइन कर रिया तुमगा सनी पाजा तो ग्रीटिंग वर्ड विकिन हाय कन्फना मैंने बना रिया तो हाय बॉब मनी रेस्पॉन्स आवड़ी इल्लेसी अत इल्ला मी देना जयती डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू आमी दीरानी उन्नति तुमगा इल्लामा विकिनु इल्ला वेरिएबल दकानी मनरिया मादरी error आवड़े so ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯ್ತಿ ಉಂಟ ದಿಯತೀಸ್ ಅವರೇ ಮಾರಿ ರಾಣಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ರಾಣಿ ಮಂತಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಕೆಲವೈ ಆನ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ kaga manati ata tumi on the function likariya manati through program avikino அவங்க within jugo possibilities right whenever you wanted to solve a logical uh, item to me we can ask possibilities we can think and what if this parameter is not given or this parameter on the year we can default can by tunga sethi kam kalare mar hai okay illa khubimo illa values avai illa then many avasyam hi but me we can user ka we can on option then Manatamari. So the less greeting manadia. Greeting manadia that to me avatikamu, me on the page login karadia. Login karatikamu on the Sourashtra page seta mini manati. Maybe Namaskar minita instead of hello. So different languages sometimes there manati. By default, me hello mantaria. But for that particular user, if he wants to configure moga hi paja, moga vikeno namaskar mini paja, many manati, he can still go and make hello as default, or he can give hi as input and then get the desired output. We can just very small example of the default parameter. हमारी जुगो डिफॉल्ट पैरामीटर्स अவை जुगो आता तभी मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशंस अस्की जाता हो लो तुंगा by default values अस्की हाई what if you want to override something आता उनटा interest calculation bank में we can loan interest calculation में default interest can 8% home loan दीडन तेरे next we can ही मोगा we can then kai mana hantala customer moga dusra bank ma vikeno 7.85 ko avarasi to be 8 mana rasi manatolu ni ami mani machiva nanti tella customer mattu overrate karan overrate karatol kai hoyi tana vikin manual kanji kino say to me 7.85 manariya ami 7.8 length kervayi this 7.8 kai ki tella chart takkari ani da kanna manati केवल तना काय करना पड़ेगी इल्ला मादरी अभी किनो 8 मनती डिफॉल्ट कन खाली अस्किया कैलकुलेशन कर रही 7.8 मिनी तना कैलकुलेशन कर रही मादरी लिखी रहा तो लो तना we will be able to get what response we want. So there could be lot of applications when we use default parameters in define user defined. Take next ile madris. So ile functions mozi tumi value avikin atta tumi tele order ndeti so tumi greet mini diriya tele name unji khaldariya name unji set hoyai mo tele mari nokka I'm going to define what is what many manati you can still do this. So ami illat satalo illa sample mu ami parameter mattumu deya but illamamu tel keyword sangadi illa definitionum kai variable name direki tele variable name add dikino we are trying to pass it as an argument. So ever kai hoimati tumi order machi derasi ni order avikino kalnata didiya manatolu you can directly use something like this. So normal can as a developer avanga kai hoyimati illa function aviki nami jugutham call kararava we sometimes we forget name first danaki hina jeti greeting variable ya first danamati machi didiya mana display हो रही है दूसरा हमारी डिस्प्ले रिवर्स हम डिस्प्ले हो गई कागा ಇಲ್ಲ वंबु ಕಾಲ್ ಕರೆತೋಲಸಿ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೇಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೆನಿ ದೀಡುವೋ ಮೆನಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾದರಿ ಅವಿಕಿನ್ನು ದಿಡೈ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಗ mi setikam kalarasna tanakaga machire anjaria meni menwai mi taga unta sample sango detail kan sangatol exact kan kono code illa we can use for many sangs ataseta id is sango hello Unti kaiti kusaya.
Name law or some
Okay.
background
Okay.
noise.
Okay. So at the set ID is mo tunga direct to the parameter kaya minaria vikinu outer yosi. So Greek many manatolo sitting on name and greeting many outai. So remember ID in Hinata many ami that is ki kaam ke liye hodriya. Plus illa ID suggestions to me enable ke de halavaria. What if that organization as a company is not having illa mari pai chan he the ID illa feature he na jeti tunga kalana tumi illa function code seta many vehicle gc level the next samba kalai okay illa first parameter illa second parameter otherwise yes tumi vehicle illa named keyword arguments we use kelvai. So this is useful if you want to really tell the name, variable name value. So this is also one way of declaring function and using function. Then next we can say number of arguments we can kalana. Say to me, uh, say functions we can argument one set argument two set I'm able to do. Ana moga we can ikka arguments away manaria kalana. Or I want to give an array of arguments. Illa madri many avikino deal by to me at a normal can print function ko ATC. Well, a print function first coloria input seti asterisk values में तय है means avikino we hello min kikin kama teti then next to one more value tai then next to avikino angunta value tai delay हेती many तुम्ही इतका value दे रहा असती त्याला print होईल हवे so तुम्ही one value देना आता I can give n number of values that will keep getting printed. This is because Python is able to understand these all these are same set of arguments. When the function is set of arguments. So print is a good example for array of arguments. Like next minute, print CS it is not stopping you to define uh, the other values. So we first we can arguments out here. Then next we can uh, say end we can on the slash and the here we can tell operations we can kill. So it will still not stop you to define other items, but yes, you can give an array of items in the function. So numbers we can define kartam suna. The user can give n number of items as an argument. Always go for this asterisk and a variable name. Illa we can array can kallai this variable. Array can khallik, it is going to do the same. You go for name in the, hello name in the area. It is going to do the same. So these are about different ways we are defining arguments and functions. Anga, we will today will go detailed functions. Kai on the actual function karariya. Kono functions avikino. I mean functions mantarasi. To me print many functions many manarasi, but angu detail can actual examples and gadi sariya kono many things. So at the original goes two examples at onta vikinu say given the numbers we will return the uh, maximum value. Returns at the haldi okay. Return a kami avengenu. I'll just print max value. So illa kaayikkarari emanadi, it is going to find the maximum value in the given list of numbers. So to me on the given list of numbers ata telamam oka maximum value mattum dekkidenna manatolu logic avike nami sana manati kaayikkaruva first any logic to me practice kanna manati just think of it like illa many on the brain mari add kare anything your python code will act as how you are thinking in your brain. Me on the 10 numbers the kadi to me avikino kola number illa ma mutta number many dekidhermana kaikaran now normal ka nami kaikariva say these are the 10 numbers 10 or say 12 to 15 numbers ilamam to me mutta number kolla dekidherna manati to me kaikarano illa khallano okay 45 45 ataseta 32 avikino it is smaller avanga kalai ami setika avanga kalaria okay me 45 is Yango biggest. Then next is 67 7. 67 se become takkeri our brain avekino 45 hanaya 67 hataya me 67 67 67 67 many mind mele java because we are keeping that in memory. I mean at 100 numbers ana manati line kan sile avatolu avanga kolla number setamini kalana. So I mean kai kelvo go monnumu avekino 67 67 67 67 melva 32 7 12 many 67 menuva because 67 is greater. 85 7 85 ಸೇತಿಕಂ ಕಾಯಿಗಿರುವೆ ಓಕೆ 67 ಸುಮಾರು 85 ಮುಟ್ಟ அவங்க முட்ட நம்பர்ஸ் நான் பஜ ஓகே 85 முட்ட ஓகே 85 85 85 மினி மைண்ட் மெல்லே ஜவ 21 7 85 மனுவ 86 7 85 சொல்லுவ 86 86 மனுவ 31 86 மனுவ 96 சேதிகா 86 சொல்லுவ சரி 96 96 96 32 7 96 மூணு முட்டை 63 7 96 மூணு முட்டை 77 7 96 is high. Again 52 7. Last 99. 99 is 96 avikino hetikino. So mi dakada number of 99 is motta number. Many ami kon pusi Askithenga Namaskaar. What we are actually doing here, illa me mane avikin maybe I spent 1 minute to explain how our brain does it. But to me illa on a fraction of on a 5 to 3 seconds from Ketan because you are able to parse or read all these numbers, do the greater than in a fraction of a second. So to me, the number sile avatolusi takkeri 99 sethi amati okay aske 2 digit to highest number 99 many direct sangutan. That is the same way you have to do this in logic. So every number sile avriya okay. Second next avikino greater than ya sariya correct. Ami avikin monnum avikino kona 45 ri harmangari 67 mind replace kari 87 85 replace kari 86 replace kari kadaisi 99 aviyaski. Ami on a variable holder here. Our mind ami historical mari on a variable holder here. Holdikino max value equal to many ami declare kelle avari. So whenever it is greater than how we were replacing in our brain, we will do the same replacement here. 99 replace karataru, there is no number to either iterate or to replace. We will stay with 99. And then we are printing this value. So this becomes the logic. To me, avikin brain kara logic kosi add to me likiti amanati, you are able to code well. Tunga their task to be likariya function avikino it is going to work. So logics pati avatalu ami different session I'm sharing it. This is how you try to correlate and derive a logic in code. illa simple illa kaida se go 4 lines mauda to me ikka complex logic likana manathemini to me yosana kari see if by practice if you are able to link how the actual memory works and how you are trying to solve the logical issue task in your brain, it will be almost similar. Code likatol mini telamari high because to a computer or any programming language will act as a brain. It will have some storage, it will have some computational capabilities, and it can store the values and return the values. The layers how many karva avanga roba computational capacity high, avanga roba storage high, ami compute kari deedva. There are few places where illa compute kari illa logic kari store karataka vikino by lines of code it will be a bit tricky. There are few places where by lines of code it will be easy, but for a human brain it will be little difficult. We ಇಲ್ಲ numbers dekadatolu ami easy can dekidittuvayi because it is all two-digit numbers. It is just 10 to 12 numbers. But lazy if I'm giving you 10,000 numbers where it is all 5-digit, 6-digit, 7-digit, or like say 20-digit, 30-digit manati, our whole kertam says not like we will not be able to do. The same thing computer can do faster because tega illa number see tega memories and computation avikino angu faster can provide. Okay, so coming back to this, okay, we have two functions kai karri amanti. Some is again an inbuilt function which will to me total carry the answer avikino hedidide. So yes, so illa tami kai sari amanti find max manari avikino maximum number 99 mididariya. Find average manariya vikino illa sum carry average is like sum of the numbers by length of the numbers manariya's formula. So illa we can print here. 1 second, however, 1 second. I'll come back. Sorry. So yes. So find max manariya. Again, it will give you the max number. Find average manariya. It is going to give you the average number. So this is about functions. To me, find max manariya. We can free angunta set of values to reuse kelna manati. To me, avikino reuse kelvai. Say atami illad area. Illada vikino 23 hujaria. At the max, we can different max manati. Yes, at the max, we can 96 halti. Illa function avike nami reuse keldaria. So that will give you reusability of code. And functions satolo reusability maintenance. The illa code avike me free likatanaka. Illa code hipana use kelvai. Modularity minimum. So illa mama angu romba detail kan jana manati. The functions serta. Kai karangan manati illa the functions avikino. Unta helper illa unga help usna kararia. It is allowing helping us to find the maximum number and finding the average number. So kai kararia on the function helper manaria go on the file. We are writing the same two functions. So one difference ka hai manati, this helper function is not printing or not doing anything. So tunga values there is a keyword called return. Return will return the value. Ada tumi illa sum many manatolo or tumi egamdadi from class 2 say mudadi bhi on a built-in function on a saria length. So tumi string samosya vikino length function aski karatolo. It was giving you the length manaria on the value return kariya. The best wishes manaria 11 characters, 12 characters. 12 manaria we can print kariya. That is because function it is returning a value. ASCII functions may not actually print the output. It will also return the output to wherever it is called. So the return keyword kai kare manati tunga vikin illa value vikin kon pusaraski tengajal sangutuva return ketuva manati it is going to return. So to me, the function ignore call karatolo. Tunga la value avikin to me let print kartanako to me let konni dusra konni avikin ekalatanako just return the value manati return करते इल्लडो print के many return करवाई or you can actually print and all do all the other stuff but most of the functions आता उनका code maintenance many out here or module can लिखना many out here it will always return the value. So return is a keyword which will which is generally uh, acts as the last line of a function and it will return some variable. So it can be any variable. On a variable, we can goes return many on a test many return karwai. On a text, on a string many return karwai. It is going to return. So a number can have string can have kolla value can have. Yeah, we can return manaria we can max value return karan. So that is one difference. Angunta we can illa helper function ami konniya call karareni. Adella execute kartimini konni hon jareni. Illa function amikin ami dusra file amikin ami call karada kona mani ami select. So atakaya illa diya amikin avanga helper functions. The helper functions amikin we will use it somewhere else where these two operations are frequently going to be used. Okay. So, the last line of the function will always be a return. On the function setup, every action will have a response. So, question response scenarios on the function carrier a task. So, to me, once the response is given, tell a function scope murhana, tell a function memory murhana. Return huya cases. Telaga काम मुझरिया तला function किन अंगंटवाल तभी call करतीस तगल्ला active होई ना तविरा तगा task मुसत्तर तला फिरिया विकिनो memory माना और sleep mode मुझाड़ाई नरिया consider कर लो भाई. So other than me we can say for example if I'm trying to write some code here like I sangai manati this is not reachable code minimum because we know that Python is an interpreter. On the function halchato, whenever it executes or whenever it sees return halchato in the code we can execute hona. This is common for most of the programming languages. Any function you write, the moment it sees return, it is going to return and switch makes the control over to the caller and illa function konni scope or konni memory konni avikin hana. Unless there are places to me avikin tela process carry memory with holy firi dhatati bana kaiti chalai if you have written that function that way. Otherwise tela konni hana. Plus remember return is the last line of a function. Default can there are values. Return manaria तुम्ही लिखत काय लिखना जेत काय म्हणी on the function आम्ही झुगिया print एवरकिम करे ASCII print कर रासी ASCII print functions so the return value आविकिनो Python பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் none many on the data types है none nothing many so तेल्ला data type आविकिनो return केले आविकिनो है so तुम्ही दूसरा functions JavaScript असके खलती function by default returns null तेल्ला मादरी Python by default it returns none. To me return दिएती तले return खलाई. Return code ची set होई मनती. To me, for example, illada if I am setting the average as So illa mari me on the average many set kararasi manati illa variable bhitar illa function avikin set again. Similar thing ata tumi avikino length many on the set karatolo illa length avikino illa variable bhitar ji set horiya madri si illa return bhi avariya value avikino illa variable bhitar declare karto ji set again. So that is what return will do. To me, predefined functions bhitar open carry sethi it will have a return keyword that is returning whatever it has to return. Tell variable avasai. So this is about return. So every function by default return avanga invisible can set avanga illa return can these are user defined functions already. We are using the return keyword and returning the value. Next, we can know. I mean, modularize kervai functions to be many on the concepts here. So, tell like I am okay. The function, the helper mentoria, we have declared declared and defined the two different functions. One function is going to help us finding the maximum number. Other function is going to uh, give us the average of numbers. आता मी इला लेकिन दूसरा कोड यूज करना మనకి I've written a file where I mean we can import helper many kararia. So import helper manatolu illa file avikino it means that this is a module and I'm trying to import. So I mean jugutayada avikino evarikim import manariya sirani import export manari avikin illa file avikinu third use karata or reference karata see. But for now, don't go too much inside import and export. Illa file let use kalaria. How we are using it is what we are trying to see. So illa we can actual we will try to understand the example instead of going too much inside on what is import or what is export is doing. Concept kayamanati, we are reusing this function cases. Tell mattum we mind so for on the files the file mavikin so unda subject ya marks avikin random can set four classes ya class 1 to class 4 ya avikin marks set so actual kan average kin max avikin koga use karuwa kaiti unda marks set and he kaiti unda set of values set amati max kaya average kaya in the kin hatam chi savar so the less avikin yada avikin ketwiya. So when we do this, we let kai kerhavamati. Yes. So when we do this, I mean kai kerhavamati. See these are the set of functions. I mean we don't know whether the helper mavikino kai input halariaski. So goes fine. So find average many there see numbers many halarasi numbers avikino again array declare ketiya manati tunga avikin deedai. So illa kai mean karariya avikin. Okay, I mean import ketiya illa file avikin there are two functions which says find max and find average. So illa helper manari seta me illa helper ko dot manati the dot and class mo access karre attributes aski I mean again we'll see it more intermediate mo he avikin one more session mami avikin saying but illa kaga illa dandri amanati to explain modularity and how easy to use functions. So to me say the third we can I mean illa functions we can full declare carry I mean we can declare carry use carry. So but illa function say the to the code actual logic we can illa define a carry illa file. To me goes to the output mottumus the kadaria. So highest we can kaya for each class, average kaya for each class. So So by this way, your code is reduced manati, it is more readable. Tunga normal kana wikin illa inputs avikino maybe on the file bhimani avai, on the excel sheet bhim avai ni dusra te bhimani avai. So tumi kai karariya already on the defined functions illada we can use carry, tumi illadhi call carry tella we can output that we can use karare. This is reusing the function, or we can module kelariya maintenance kelariya atamoga we can average machano illa one ta file kelariya. Okay, what if we can module on 500 files we can files of one mutta projects ata tala project ma we can me jugutham we can average dekidanna jugutham we can maximum dekidanna illa mari dhanna function jugutham or banking application mein jugutham interest dekidanna padai जुगुताम अविकिनो परसेंटेज कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा अस्किया अविकिनो वन टाइम द थंब डिफाइन करी वन टाइम द थंब लॉजिक मचलेर हाथम सुना అంటే ఉండ థామ్ మీ లిఖిత్ హోతో తెల్ల ఫైల్ అవికి మీ రీయూస్ కెళ్ళేరు సో సొంత ఉంట ఎర్రర్ అవత్కాయ మీ తేర్చి డీబగ్ కెళ్ళువాయి నీ తెల్ల థామ్ ఉంట లాజిక్ మచ్చన ते मोगा विकिनो एवरेज मनतोलु उंट एडिशन +1 दना नी राउंड केना नी इल्ल वैल्यू विकिनो मोगा राउंड केनि दडना मनति मी येड विकिनो अगेन राउंड मनरिया उंट डिफॉल्ट फंक्शन मी विकिन 2 डिजिट्स राउंड केना मनति इल्ल उंट था मी मच्चा फिजाई मोर फुल एप्लीकेशन सत responses विकिन मसेजाई. So this is how you work with functions. So at konti onatana navikino oga write a function for doing this task nati, you will be doing only this, like tell a task kai karai kai input khallai kai output dana horiya logic kai kan ikeses illa mamusi avikin tum the task kan macharasi me avikin on a major task that will do two minor tasks minimality. So the two minor tasks you can always go and define none functions can likely where your reusability will come. So this is on functions. We detailed on like kona reuse oria kona we can declare kelvai need kan kona liquai minaria. This is more on functions. I mean imports coming in. Imports is nothing at to me like import musia vikino moga one to wall helper dot me likuna poda rasi more direct tella function seta madri didu annatini we can do this. So we let find max mattumu use kerriya from helper this way to just import one function illa mari multiple functions many kalluvai it will directly define you this. So import and export detail can sing in, but this is what functions will do, and this is how exactly it is used in any bigger projects. Ata mara office sate aski khalati nanai me avikin illa madri likati moga vikino account 1 year experience 2 years 3 years scheme illa mari likati me ja ji kino illa tani file amtai third illa use carry $1 विकिन लिखलेर हानाका मैंने भी review संगतो 5 years 6 years अस्की करती संगना तेजल जी काय इल्ल लिखरिया मिनी मिया विकिनु तेगा तो तुंगा काय तुम्ही कागा विकिन सनी लिखरिया मिनी अंगरो harsh कंसुम 1 to 2 years okay first time लिखर हानी अलती I mean we will teach them how to do 4 5 years aski we can harsh can go do this in a better way, write neat code many I mean so this concept will help you to organize your folders files le mari helper yet hana mini ella we can 500 files mo potki on that helper function khai I mean we can correctly import kelli we can use kelli. Okay, this is on functions illa mam kaiti doubts or queries.
Da ಇಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೀಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎವರ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ರೀ
Greet function.
Greeting is equal to hi, name is equal to tell.
So greeting is equal to hi.
Line 13.
Listen.
Hi da.
Okay. So the function declare karatolu, there are two parameters here. Ata we can name many onta khalaria, greeting many onta khalaria. Correct ya? Illa tumi we can correct order diyati. Okay. Me illa tell it he can explain karisunu. Kai karagenu. Illa function hedikinu illa mam kaitaki. Okay. உங்கள greeting என்னறியா hello many avayi. Let's say illa we hectus helper dot greet. So at me helper dot greet many dekino they become hello Roshan many out here. Fine. Illa mam kaiti doubt say ಏನಂತ kaiti doubt
Neither illa doubt me.
illa doubt. Okay. Ata so me let greeting manari hi many de kamu. Yes, hi Roshan many audio illa mam many doubt. Illa greet function ಅನ್ನು ಅದು ತುಂಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಐಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೇಮ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಿನಿದ್ದ ಕಡರಿಯ ಹಲ್ತಿ ಕಲಾಯ್ ಓಕೆ ರೋಷನ್ ಮನರಿಯ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋಷನ್ ದನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿನ ಹಾಯ್ ದನ ಬಟ್ ನೀ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಲಿಕ್ಕರ್ ಅಸೀಸೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ आता मी फंक्शन लिखन जा रही है एज अ फाइल में लिखन जा रही है मुक्ति मोग कलाना ओके मी हाई फर्स्ट दना रोशन नेक्स्ट दना सेंस many ಅವಿಕಿನು ಅವಂಗ ಕಲಾನ ಸೊ ಗ್ರೀಟ್ ಮನರಿಯ ದಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಅದ ಹಾಲ್ ಅವಂಗ ಅವಿಕಿನ್ ಕಲಯ್ಯಾರಿಯ ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಲೈಕ್ 10 ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ 10 ಇಯರ್ ಅವಿಕಿನ್ ಪಜಪಡ ರಸಿ ಮಂತಿ ತುಂಗ ಕೊಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವೈ ಕೊಲ್ಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವೈ ಬನಿ ಕಲಾನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಿಯಾ ತೆಲೆ ಮಾದರಿ ಅವಿಕಿನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಂಟಾಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಕರ ಪರ್ವಣಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾರಿ 10 to 15 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಕರತೋಳು அவங்க உன்ட பிரிஜி உன்ட விஷயம் சனமனதி இட் பிகம்ஸ் டிஃபிகல்ட் तो आता तुम्ही फॉर एक्झाम्पल इल्ले तुम्ही दी राशी तुमगा ಇಲ್ಲ ಐಡಿ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಹಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಹಿ ಮಿನತಿ तुम्ही अविकिन काय मिलन ओके ग्रीट मिनी ಮೆಂತರಿಯಾ ಹಾಯ್ ರೋಷನ್ मिनी ಮೆಂತರಿಯಾ मिनी ಮೆಂತವ ಆना काय हेर हाय मिनती रोशन हाय मिनी आउट है काय खल रहा है ओके कगा रोशन हाय मिनी आवर ये मिनती because first parameter is name second parameter is तुम greeting तेगाती रोशन हाय मिनी आवर because instead of hi रोशन इलेस तुम्ही काय केरवाई मोर greeting is hi name अविकिनो रोशन meaning तुम्ही धाडा संगीतिया irrespective of the order कोल्ला order पना खल्ला पना greeting अविकिन hi name अविकिन रोशन meaning तुम्ही धाडिया मनती hi रोशन भी करता होगे
Okay da. Ate ever border sa hai.
yeah we are calling this as the keyword arguments
Okay da.
okay anything else function
ఒక డౌట్
संगो
तुम्ही पुरा फुलगा डिफॉल्ट आर्ग्युमेंट्स तवरस नेम इक्वल टू मैं डिक्लेअर करते असना बिफोर गा आता यूजरला तरी you know तुम्ही आर्ग्युमेंट्स खलनमनेस में ते किसा खल्ला देमा
il carriers या विकिनु यूजर जल्दी खल्लरियस डिफॉल्ट खबर यमना कायमनती मी येडस या विकिनु हाई रोशन मनी कतती तेल्ला विकिन डिफॉल्ट
ओके
ಇಲ್ಲ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಲಿಕ್ಕರಿಯ ಹಾಲ್ ಕಲಾರಿಯ तुम्ही यूजर जल्दी इनपुट खल्लरिया विकिन आता उंडा प्रोग्राम रन करता मी येड विकिनु रोशन मनी देरियास ना तुम्ही मना दिया as
Ah.
a okay. Tell me saying there is a way to accept input and respond output. Tell me
Okay.
right. But
Oh.
function when you learn karatolo, illasia we can argument this.
Okay.
User input. I mean, illat karariya halti we are making it as illa we can user input kan the car direct the kayariya default ka ami area mani the kayariya. But we will see maybe next class we can know input output kona khalata mani saying.
Okay.
Console to me print to me type karati kai response avariya mari saying. But that is next.
Okay.
Illa we can know arguments askiya musataru. We'll definitely see.
Okay. Thank you.
ಇದು ಒಂದು ಈಗ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಸೇತ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕನ್ನು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಮನರಿ ಒಂಟ ಸೇತ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್ ಕರೆ ಅತ ಮೀ ದೇತಂ ಸೈ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾದರಿ ಅವಿಕೇನು ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅತ ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ ಯುವರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಮನತಿ ಹಳತಂ ಸೈ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೀ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಕನ್ ಸೈ we will not have enough time today.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this is all about functions and illa functions see this is how we maintain the code. Yeah, industry level there are functions many manatolo askia we can ghana task kan kurichi ken functions kanu likwa functions see we can know given a file there will be functions are like functions inata tumi on project code kennan functions angadi kenano tele mari each file will have a set of functions and file naming the folder structure the then everything will be organized on a project carrier manati askia organized kanu helper mana tella activities tani functions tella actual task maximum number average number iski dekhi dharta on the functions so let's go sample uh, user items average max iski ango detail kan we can on the domain dhano we can ten functions code han so tella iski keri kinu tella mari is organized kan hai so this is about functions ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೊಂಟ ವಿಕಿನು ಟ್ಯೂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಹೊಂಟ ಸೇತ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಸೊ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ನಿ అని ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ आम्ही ट्यूपल्स बनरी काय म्हणती म्यूटेबल इम्यूटेबल मनी होता सध्या सो तुम्ही लिस्ट मनी खालतोलो remember list we will count from 0 1 2 3 list mavikin more amount item machatam say so I can say my list plus avikino want item add can want item remove can and he if I want to change the list manati 2 avikin illa 2 avikin 3 can by code manam marahal kartam say tuple telamari kartam suna so that is the major difference this rusky list marir high but tupulum once it is declared it is always the same you cannot change the values inside a tuple declare करते का cases तला विकिनो change करता मुसना तलागा कागा change करता मुसना तलस की it depends on how you are writing code why you want to not to change बना दिया but इलेस विकिनो tuple किन list set difference tuples are immutable the elements cannot be altered list we can alter list mami juku methods ಇದೆ there are some common methods length index slice karariya ski tuple mani helvai but append karariya insert karariya onta mattum remove karariya tella madri rearrange karariya reverse mana tunga listum sathe reverse hoyi tella sathe ski avikino tuple karatam फॉर एक्झाम्पल आता इल्ले इल्ले तुम्ही ओके सो अर्जुन लिस्ट जाता अर्जुन ट्यूपल्स जाता ट्यूपल इज आल्सो गिविंग द सेम आता वन मी एक्सेस करते 0 1 5 நிறைய ரீடர்ஸ் ஓகே आता my list of 2 many manati तुम्ही अविकिन ಇಲ್ಲ 10 many assign करारिया 0 1 2 ಇಲ್ಲ 3 अविकिन 10 many मचना 10 many मचयारिया ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಅವಿಕಿನು ಮೀ ಇಲ್ಲ 6 ಅವಿಕಿನು 10 many ಮಚತ ಗೋ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಟನ್ ಕರಡಿಯ ಐ ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ it will tell tuple object doesn't support item assignment me want item assign karta musna many because it is immutable. That is one difference between tuple and list. It's just a new data type, very similar to list. Okay, I mean list kia sile avsara hal taga similar data type mini the see thing mini we wanted to cover this. So this is on tuple. Tuple दूसरा तुम्ही अविकिनो you can create new tuples using existing tuples. illa work for we list of many avikino you can always create tuple many my tuple तुम्ही illa tuple illa condition illa machari anka ega sangadi onta add kiri illa diya chechi on new tuple kanu create karare na tavira you are not updating anything in this particular tuple that will satisfy the rules of immutable and parentheses, all those things. Immutable rule telamavu solve here. You are not updating this list. Instead, you are creating a new one which is allowed. So that is about tuple. So list and tuples we can one day data type more high. Like tuple many you can store more than one data type. This is a number, this is a string. So all those are common. Okay. So yes, I mean almost 8 out here. So today it was more on functions, how we declare and how we get the reusability of the functions. Next class among detail consent tuple and other data types and input and output. Say. Any questions?
Thank you. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Well,
Thank you for Asanga thanks Angla class join करता